I don't know if you've ever talked about it, but I bet some people would really love for you to talk about going through medical training with ADHD and advice. Cat7. Okay, yeah, that's great. Actually, I don't talk about this a lot, and probably the most open I've been about that was on a podcast with a medical student from Aotearoa named, oh my goodness, why am I blanking on their name? They were so wonderful. Maple, maybe their name? Maple. Yes, okay, here it is. All right, so this is a podcast that I was on, and we'll see if we can find the episode. And if you are interested in hearing a bit more about my journey with ADHD, which I didn't talk about for a long time because when I was a medical student and I had gotten diagnosed long before that, I had a medical student who pretty early on in the time that I was there, we saw a poster on the wall about ADHD. You know, this was 2009. I mean, even since then, things have changed a lot. Obviously, there's still a lot of like eye rolling about neurodivergence, especially ADHD and things like that, about people, you know, faking it and stuff like that. But in 2009, that was an opinion that I think a lot of people held really closely. And somebody made a comment just in passing about like, oh yeah, look, adult ADHD, that's made up. And then I was like, well, I'm never going to talk about that publicly or with any of the people that I go to medical school with. So I didn't actually really talk about that at all or even make reference to it at all until I, maybe 2 years ago at the most. And I mean, I hate that. I hate that I was like, I don't know, I guess fairly embarrassed or shamed, but I just didn't feel like it was safe for me to talk about. Kat, you just talked to your doctor. There should be screening tools and all of that they can help you with. I saw a psychiatrist and just told them what I was doing and got diagnosed. All right, so this is where I talk about it a little bit. So I cannot now, after all of that, even remember who asked if I could talk about this, but this episode of the podcast is where I talk about it. I will throw a link in the chat and pin it for a few minutes if anybody would like to pull it up and save it so you can listen to it at some point.